So for the benefit of that person, I've said the steps of solving out the simultaneous equation using matrices are 4. You first model the simultaneous equation in form of a matrix. The second step is to pre-multiply, to find you find the inverse of the coefficient matrix. That's what we found here, the inverse of the coefficient matrix. Then you pre-multiply the inverse on both sides of the equation. That's what you've done by getting the determinant and multiplying. And then from there, you just solve for the unknown. This is the step that you've done here. I want us to turn to our portal and look at the first question. Go to the portal. I can access the portal on the side, but I don't have the benefit of sharing. So you go to get the question on the portal. Are you able to see the question? Grace Njeroge, can you see the question? Langat?
Yes, I can see it.
So you go together. The first question is on. What's the first question? Those who are accessing the question, what's the first question? If you cannot see the question, you don't need to be in this class even. You can as well log out.
A movie theater charges.
Okay, the movie theater.
Yes.
We've been told a movie theater charges, my question are in random. I've just picked them from past papers. Being told a movie theater charges 80 shillings for each adult admission and 50 shillings for each child. One Saturday, 525 tickets were sold, bringing in a total of 32,550. Then you've been asked how many of each type of ticket were sold. And they are very specific because there are so many methods of sorting out. You've been emphasized to use the matrix method. If you use elimination, you just get the answer there and there. You've been emphasized to use the matrix method. So you said the first step is to form the matrix using the information given. So we can let our X to denote the number of adults and Y to denote the number of children. And do it here. So I can say going to delete, it's not deleting. Well, I can work from this end. So let our X be adults for purposes of simulating or forming the equation. And let our children be Y, right? So the number of the adult will be denoted by X. That of children's ticket will be denoted by Y. And we are being told that the tickets were sold. We've been told that a movie theater charges 80 for each adult and 50 for a child. Will give us the equation. 525 tickets were sold, bringing a total to 32,550. So our first equation will be, I have the second equation. Forming the second equation is a bit easy because we have everything. So our second equation will be 8x plus 50y, which is giving us 32,550, right? So you can say our first equation will be given by x plus y is equals to being told 525 tickets or sold, 525. So to mean for every ticket that was sold to an adult and a child, they totaled to 525. But the second one, we have the how many, we even have the figures. So that is the first step. So from the equation, we can form our matrix. So our matrix will be 1, 1, 80, 50, right? 1, 1, 80, 50 multiplied by x, y, supposed to give us 525, 32, 550. So that is the equations. Those are the equations presented in a matrix manner. After we rewrite that, the second step we've said is to generate the cofactor of the matrix. Can we get the cofactor of the matrix? Will give us the cofactor of the matrix. Interchange the leading diagonal, negate the secondary diagonal. What will be the cofactor? Our cofactor will be, now we are interchanging. So this is the leading diagonal, we interchange. So it will be 51. Then we negate the secondary diagonal. So this is negative 80. This is negative 1. Then from there, we can now get the inverse. Yeah. What will be the inverse? Can we get the determinant before the inverse? We get the determinant so that we move our fraction outside to be left with identity matrix inside. What is our determinant? So the determinant will be 50.
Negative 30.
It is negative 30. 50. You are getting negative 30. Yeah, because this is negative minus negative multiplied by negative is positive. Yeah, correct. So we are getting negative 30. So you can take our negative 30 outside. So it will be negative 1 over 30. Then we take this matrix. I need to convert this into the challenges of working in an Excel. If we are in a face-to-face class, like the day class, it would be very far. We are nearly winding up the Markov processes. So you can imagine the time we are wasting in doing this thing on Excel. But we don't have an option. Don't know why it's not accepting. So 1 over 30. The challenge of working on Excel is it has inbuilt formulas. Let me try to use 1 over 30. But in your mind, you know it's a negative, right? So many answers. Let me see whether it will accept. Not accepting. Don't know why it's misbehaving. Well, I have that. So if I take this, copy, then I multiply by my, this is my matrix. Then I multiply by x, xy. Now at the inverse stage, my answer should give me 525, 32, 550. Can you work together? Or I bring this inside and I take this outside, or less. Let me take this here. And have my xy, the unknowns, so that we solve for the unknowns. So we go together. I have my inverse is negative 30. So if I solve for the 50, if I multiply by, and even eliminate this at this stage for easier working, I'm multiplying my inverse by these two. No need of repeating the, yeah, let me bring them closer there for purposes of multiplying. We can go together. 50 multiplied by 525, what do you get? It will be a bigger number.
26 to 50.
26 to 50.
To 50.
We go on. Then I have minus 32, 550. What do I get? Someone should be doing the next one. Negative 80 multiplied by 525. What do you get? (26 to 50 minus 32, 550). What do you get?
Negative 6, 300.
Negative 6, 300.
300. Yes.
63. I remember we have our 1 over 30 outside, and it's a negative. The next one, negative 80 multiplied by 525.
Negative 42,000.
Negative
42,000.
42.
Yes.
Then I have 1 multiplied by just a negative 32, 550. What do you get? Are you getting negative 74, 550?
Yes.
That's the answer you are getting.
Yes, yes.
Divide by 30. Give me the answer. So x is equals to, undo.
Negative 2485.
Yes?
Negative 2485.
Cannot be. 30, 63 divided by 30 is 3. I'm getting 210. (63).
Oh, yeah, it's 210. Negative 210.
It's not negative. Our determinant had a negative, negative 130. So our answer is a positive. You cannot sell negative cards. Now we are looking at the number of cards. So that's our x. So adults or 210. Give me the children. Give me the children.